What up, my people? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are diving into V's Layover, and coming off now 3 individual solo projects in a row in the past 2 days, 3 or 4 days at this point, actually, I think 3 days. Everything has been amazing nonetheless. I've enjoyed everything. I've been caught totally off guard with the sonic choices, the depth of the music. Now, I was not caught off guard by the fact it was great, because that much is to be expected when you hear as much great conversation and recognition. Obviously not as much as some people would like in the Western culture, but you know about BTS as one of the largest groups in the world, if not the largest group in the world. So when you hear of all their touring success and everything, you know it's gotta be good music, but again, I didn't know what to expect. And I've made judgments that didn't mean to be judgments. They were more just assumptions that have been incorrect, and I apologize again if those came off the wrong way. It's never meant that way. As you dive deeper into my channel and there are more reactions, you'll understand that nothing I ever say is meant with ill intent, and if you disagree, make sure to let me know in the comments. If you find something incorrect, make sure to let me know in the comments. And more times than not, I will get back to you. Again, this is to create a safe space in the music world where there's too much negativity these days. I want to focus on the positive sides of everything. So with that being said, I'm excited to get into Layover. Let's see what this is about. I think it's all music videos.
Rainy days, I'm thinking about you, what to say, wish I knew how to find the way right back to you. On rainy days like rainy days, I'm thinking about you, what to say, wish I knew how to find the way right back to you. On rainy days like staring at my phone, I gauge, hoping for your call lately. I've been on my own, maybe 이젠 지난 일을 맨날. Time with you was so amazing. Haven't changed, I'm still the same me. 늦었지만 우리 다시. Can we go back to the moment again? Yeah. Rainy days, I'm thinking about you, what to say, wish I knew how to find the way right back to you. On rainy days like rainy days, I'm thinking about you, what to say, wish I knew how to find the way right back to you. On rainy days like Remember how I used to make you laugh the most. 내가 이런 말할 자격 없어도 Let me make up for all the time we lost. We can start again, open all the doors. Don't tell me it's over, we can start it over. 너는 나의 nail clover. Yeah, I can feel your touch, I remember your kiss. 그 말은 아팠지 and I miss you. Rainy days, I'm thinking about you, what to say, wish I knew how to find the way right back to you. On rainy days like rainy days, I'm thinking about you, what to say, wish I knew how to find the way right back to you. On rainy days like
Alright, so that was Rainy Days, and instantly my first takeaway, his voice is beautifully soft. By that I mean, sometimes when you hear more bass in somebody's voice, it's hard to sound so just like smooth, unless it's a really deep voice. And this was in that middle frequency range, where it's definitely a little deeper, but it's very smooth and soft. Sonically, I loved the production. It was somewhere in between lo-fi with originally I was getting more R&B out the gate, but then I very much started to feel it was a lo-fi energy to it. Extremely calming. This falls right into the same category for me of with RM. Like, I could really enjoy doing work to this type of music. When I listen to albums, I don't just think about the context of what's being said, the sonics, but I also think about like where would this incorporate into my life? Where would I get value out of this music to think and ponder or to listen to or enjoy with other people? And this is one where I definitely feel like working in my own space, in my safe space, I would really enjoy. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. All right, so we got Blue.
What if I show you and make it on you? Green, yellow, red, blue. Whatever seems good to you. 다르게 하루 빌려온 별들 널 보내 모두. But baby you still blue, 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 요즘에 자주 내 쉬는 한숨 You're sinking me too 다 말해줘 전부 So swing my way baby
Great harmonies.
Let me close you and feel the world move. Fly away, fly away. Blue, 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 blue,
Are they all dog lovers as a quick note? Because I've heard a few things about dogs and animals, which I love. I'm a big dog person. So let me know in the comments on that. But immediately again, similar sort of R&B, lo-fi feel. On the contrary to the other albums, which have a lot of lyrics that kind of bring out thoughts that they're kind of forcing you to think about. With J-Hope personifying the idea of hope and darkness, kind of forces you to have deeper intellectual thoughts. On the contrary to this, where I feel like I enjoyed this most was that feels like a great song to get just lost to in your own mind about anything. Again, the soothing voice, it's really calming. It's extremely fascinating to me. I was trying to put my finger on sort of that deeper tone. Who else is sort of that soft with it? I got a little bit of Brakence there in that Brakence's voice. Typically over just like an electric guitar or something simple. Doesn't need much else, and it's just really peaceful. I'll be listening back to this project through again, also like with the lights dimmed low and laying down. As I've mentioned sometimes, reactions, as much as I enjoy doing them for the camera, and I think it's cool to share my experience, I also usually tend to do a separate listen on my own in a different environment that I feel fits the album best, so I can get a second vantage point to really enjoy it in a different environment. For example, Closer to You, I believe, on JK's project, I didn't love it first listen, and as I was actually editing it, I found a new connection to it where I really enjoyed it in a different pace. But it's hard sitting at a desk at a computer listening to projects to always enjoy it fully. That's wrong. Not enjoy it fully, but to best interpret the work. This is extremely peaceful for me, I think, because this is the type of music I would listen to while sitting at my desk doing some work, just to pass time by, enjoy my thoughts, and be with myself and I. All right, so now we got Love Me Again.
추억도 의미 없이 내게는 사라지고 잊음에도 I can't let you go, let you go 그 말이 let me know, let me know. 그래 너 솔직하게 다 말할래. 너는 매일 어떤 사람 어떤 곳에 몇 번씩이나 뭘 하는지 널 생각해. Lost without you baby. I wish you would love me again. No, I don't want nobody else. I wish you could love me again, again. I wish you would love me again. No, I don't want nobody else. I wish you could love me again, again. 나만 자꾸 이런 거지. 내 옆에 있던 사람 괜찮니? 여천으로 천천히 Make you feel better, you make it forever. 괜찮다 말하지 마. Said I'm alright, said I'll be fine. I'm sorry. 거짓말이야 떠나지 마. 저리 가지 마. 그래 너 솔직하게 다 말할래. 너는 매일 어떤 사람 어떤 곳에 몇 번씩이나 뭘 하는지 널 생각해. Lost without you baby. Lost without
Yeah. It's really, to me, his cadence is beautiful. Hearing it more of that style, a slowed back groove there, kind of not just Brakence, but a little bit of Giveon too, in a higher pitched voice than Giveon. But as I mentioned, where there's just a sweetness and a softness to his vocal tone that really fascinating to me. Very peaceful, scratches the brain in the right type of way, and definitely with this lo-fi R&B unique sort of groove he's got going, it's great. But really, I'm starting to conceptualize the idea of the project cohesively, but I've been getting a little lost in just the sound. It's very easy to get lost in music like this for me, which is a good thing. I'm very much enjoying it. I'm gonna keep it moving now, and I'm gonna save most of my thoughts for towards the end of the reaction. Now we got slow dancing. I know there's also a second version of this as a bonus track.
It's about time we get it straight. Give me a minute if it ain't too late. 대충 물이 없나 봐, babe. 애만 깊으면 해 진짜 버티기가 이만큼 힘든데. Stay with me till the end of the day. Maybe we could be slow dancing.
All right, so that was slow dancing, and before we get to For Us, again, the scenery really matched what I was saying on the last one, where this is just good music to get lost to in your own world, and I think it's very much tied to not just the sound selection, but the tonal quality of his voice. It's extremely soothing and peaceful. I don't think you really could argue against that, truthfully, and I'm excited to hear his sound mesh with the rest of the group, as I am just for. I was told for the OT7 stuff, I'm going to be caught off guard, I'm sure, by all the different eras, the different sonic choices. Every single solo project so far has been a different world. And that's similar to Blackpink to me, where each project I went through for them, it was like a different progression of seeing different sides of things. To me, this honestly, not in terms of the sound selection, but in terms of the embodiment of a project, kind of reminds me of Amartage in that that's a short, sweet love story. This layover, my concept I had in my head was a layover on a flight. It's like a short love story as well. It's a quick trip, stopping, spending a night, enjoying the time together. You don't have much time with a layover. But I would love for you all to explain in the comments as well what this is really about, if he's addressed it, if he hasn't, how you perceive it at your first listen. I'd love to hear as well, oftentimes from you all, your perception, knowing more, but also where you were at your first listen too. Because remember, that's where I am. Now by the time you're watching this and reacting and comment to it, you've probably heard this at least a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen, 5 dozen times. So what was your first listen like? To me, extremely peaceful. I'll be playing this around the house as I do work, as I do things. It's just extremely soothing and a great way to pass the time. And his vocal tone and cadence is just, it's beautiful. It's so soft.
You went from my home to, it was nice to know you, and it breaks my heart that we gave it our best shot. Now you're in California, I'm still waiting for you. Will you change your mind? I will give it all up for us.
Ooh, I wish I could stay with you. Ooh, I wish I could stay with you. Call me before it's too late. I know things to say before I go. There's no time to wait. We cannot wait. Need to let you know that. Ooh, I wish I could stay with you. I wish I could stay with you. Know that I will wait for you. Know that I will wait for you.
You went from my home to, it was nice to know you, and it breaks my heart.
That we give it our best shot. Now you're in California, I'm still waiting for you. Will
Interesting.
you change your mind? I'll give it all up for us.
Got a little bit of chills on this one. What a great rap to an album. And before I will listen to the piano version, but I do want to give my thoughts on the body of work because I believe the piano version is probably just a special bonus track. That's the real outro. And I really found the imagery of the entire project captivating. I love albums that can have a music video for the whole thing and match the timeline with it. But by the end, the last song kind of just taking glimpses from each video and making that fit to tie it all together was beautiful. My biggest takeaway by far from him is his vocal tone is really special, but not that it's just like unique, like he's a great tenor. Of course, he's not a tenor. He's more of a, I guess you'd say he doesn't sound that deep, but I guess baritone he probably falls into for the group. I really would be interested to know who his inspirations are, because sonically it was extremely unique. With somebody like J-Hope on the project, you kind of get the idea, as he mentions, he studied the greats and he's really studied music and he wants to make great music, and you can hear him pulling sonically from older hip hop. With lo-fi, there's less of a historically large range of music in this category. I know there's a lot of R&B roots in this project too, but I'd be interested to know who his inspirations are. But I found it to be short, sweet. It kind of reminded me of Amertage in the way it's a short body of work displaying a love story start to finish. I think layover concept's interesting. I will need to listen back, as we will with all these, to better understand the different layers that I haven't peeled back yet. But to me, this was really peaceful. A great album to listen to at 9 o'clock at night and just calm down, wind down, relax, be appreciative, grateful. He's clearly got a great spirit. I love the dog in all the videos. I don't know if that's a common thing for him, but I love that. You may see someone that's not right now. My dog is often laying in the back. He's just 5 times bigger than that dog, maybe even 10 times bigger than that dog. But aside from that, I have enjoyed this journey so far, and I'm just a few days and a few tracks and a few albums into each of these members of the group, approaching their new album and approaching all the old work. I'm going to get done again as much as I can before the new project drops, but even afterwards, this journey will continue as I dive into documentaries, as I dive into live performances, and as I also dive into other ventures. Obviously, to the army that is here, I am grateful for you guys taking the time to watch my channel and support your acts. And if there's anything I say you don't agree with, feel free to let me know in the comments, as I hope you can learn, if you haven't already. I never have ill intent with anything I say. So if it comes off that way, please correct me. That is so far from intentional. It's not why I do this. I would love to help become a fan of this group and help platform these artists the way you have. And I can't even say you've been gatekeeping them, because you've been telling us for years to support these guys. I've had such a blast listening to this. Culturally, I feel it's really insightful. Being from a different part of the world, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I love having people comment where they're listening from so we can all understand. We're from very far away parts of the world, and then we're still communicating and listening on these shared mediums. I find it so fascinating. You can learn a lot from somebody else, even if your lives are very different. So always be open-minded. Yeah, I can't wait to see where this journey goes. I've learned so much. I know I'm going to continue to learn so much more about music, and most importantly, I think music teaches us a lot about ourselves. And that's where I always find artists like this to be so insightful, is sometimes the things we struggle to say to ourselves, they can bring out of us. In this case, it wasn't necessarily the lyricism of what he was saying, bringing out those emotions, but the way in which he's conveying his message allowed me to sit back and just think and get lost. And I understand it. I get the hype. So thank you again if you've taken the time to watch this video all the way through. Psych, scratch that. I gotta listen to one more. There's a piano version. If you stuck around this long, you get the bonus track. We got slow dancing piano version.
It's about time we get it straight. Give me a minute if it ain't too late. 대충 물이 없나 봐, babe. 애만 깊으면 해 진짜. 버티기가 이만큼 힘든데. Stay with me till the end of the day. Maybe we could be slow dancing.
Again, really peaceful. If you stuck around this long, I just want to say thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate all of the viewership, all the words of affirmation, the appreciation you guys have been giving me. Reminding me to keep doing this, inspiring me to push through. I hope I can do just an ounce of the same for you all that enjoy these videos and watch them. And I'm very grateful for you giving me this time of day. It means a lot. So with that being said, I believe that is Layover. I've had a blast. I'll catch you on the next one.